Yeah, so the meeting has started to be recorded. By the way, uh, good morning to all of you all. Welcome to your first geography lecture in English medium. You all know that most of the subjects are offered in two mediums, English as well as Marathi. So we have parallel lectures of the same subject. But as far as geography is concerned, I know for sure that while we are conducting a lecture here, a parallel lecture is going on in Marathi.
Sir, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, Veda, I think you were saying something.
Sir, we could not hear you. Now we can hear.
We hear you. Just a moment. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
Oh,
yes, sir.
these new gadgets, they keep on creating a lot of issues. Yes, there are pros and cons of online and offline educational systems. But we are forced into an online system, and I believe we are towards the fag end of that enforcement into conducting our lectures online. We believe that yesterday's statement from from the state government coming that colleges would be starting supposedly by the 20th of October. However, there are a few issues if we go to see as far as students of first year undergraduate courses are concerned. We had the same issues when we started with our BSc lectures, and I would echo the references here in the sense that uh, while we say that vaccination up to date is allowed for people who are 18 and above, most of the students, I believe, at FYBA level are still to be 18. So there is going to be one serious issue about that as to how these people, because the government says that if you are to attend classes, you are supposed to be having, say, had your dose of vaccination, both your doses of vaccination. So that's an issue, and of course, they further say that it's going to be 50% on a particular day. Now, this is very confusing, and as a consequence, I would advise all those students who stay beyond 50 kilometers. For science students, I had said 100, but I later, at the second thought, I thought that even 100 kilometers is a large number. So I would say that those who are staying beyond 50 kilometers from SP College, I would request you all not to be in a hurry to come and visit the college. Let us see and ask those students who stay nearby to visit the college, and let us see how things turn up basically, because there is going to be a lot of crowd, even if it is going to be 50%, because the junior college is already in operation, and as far as other classes are concerned, students are being called for collecting their I-cards, etc. For you all, a notice will be put up as to how all these things are going to be scheduled. What I'm referring to is a notice which was circulated with the science students. Now, as far as students of arts are concerned, please be informed that we have four divisions in all. Three divisions of these are grantable, and a few students who I can see here attending the class are those who have taken their admissions in non-grant as well. Let me tell you that the difference between grant and non-grant is only the fee. Otherwise, most of the things are going to be same. You're going to be attending classes with regular students, and is what you would have seen as far as the timetable which has been flashing on the website. Secondly, though obviously that you have joined this session, which was posted on a WhatsApp group, means that you have had an access to the WhatsApp group notice, which had the WhatsApp groups on it, the link to the connecting of the WhatsApp groups as such. However, let me also share with you all that we have not put up the WhatsApp group for compulsory English. Those who have joined in English optional, please remember that that is the second English. If you have not opted for optional English, you will have to leave that particular group and wait for a link that would be circulated as far as compulsory English is concerned. Barring that, most of the links for most of the subjects, Marathi as well as English medium, have been posted. You would say, sir, what about the physical education and governance and democracy and governance? These are extra credit courses, and these can wait for some time before we actually have groups for them. So let us settle down in our core groups first, and then we would proceed with handling these things as such. So that was one more thing that I wanted to share with you all. I would not obviously be conducting the whole lecture for the day, because I see that students are getting into the lecture gradually. At the same time, I see, and the data which has been made available to us shows that the number of students who have joined the WhatsApp groups is a bit less as compared to the students who have actually offered for the respective subjects, geography included in that. Having said that, that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to start immediately. Let us say tomorrow, or tomorrow obviously is going to be a holiday. Tomorrow being Dasera, it's an official holiday. But then I did not want to delay the whole process of meeting you all. And as a consequence, I said that even if it is an introductory, and even if it is going to be for a small period of time, let me meet you, because it was last year was a very funny year for us. The present batch, which is in FYBA presently, is one such batch, I would say, in my 27 years of teaching career, that I have not actually physically met any one of those students who were attending classes for the whole year last year. We know the reasons for that, that the whole educational system has been under a lockdown for the last 18 and more months. So that is how we were operating the whole last year. And of course, you must have done your 12th standard accordingly. I believe there are students from majorly from the arts faculty, having done their 12th from the arts faculty. Besides that, I for sure know that there could be students from science background and commerce background. However, remember that geography is a subject which all of us know about, and it is applicable to all the faculties. It would be an introductory statement that I would say about geography, though we would be doing it in core arts faculty as such. Then, as far as the group is concerned, I purposely have shut down the access to others beyond the admins, basically because initially there was an entry into the groups, and then I wanted to convey that somebody is looking into the people coming into the group. So I think I posted hello or good morning, I don't know which. And a general experience is that students keep on wishing their teacher once they come up with some salutation in an introductory aspect. So the first thing I did is I changed the settings as such, and you would have been confused as to why this was done. That's one of the reasons. Now, after the lecture, I would obviously be readjusting the settings so that you can also communicate with me. The reason being that for the next few days, in the sense that Tomorrow is going to be a holiday, and Saturday I am going to be on a leave. Since this is an extended weekend, I thought of applying for a casual leave on Saturday. So please be reminded that you would not be having your geography lecture on Saturday. Having said that, you might have gone through the timetable, but let me repeat it here that and on record that we are going to have 4 lectures of geography every week, and we would have them on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 9:20 to uh, 10:30. I am not very sure. I'm sorry. I
It's
think you are
from
supposed.
9:30.
Yeah. That's a confusion I had with the science timetable. Yes, it's from 9:30 to 10:20, and that's why I was wondering that even at 9:20, how is it that students have not joined? Now I should be correcting myself that yes, now I know that it's from 9:30 to 10:20, and our fourth lecture is supposed to be at 7 o'clock on Saturday. I believe 7 o'clock would be early morning for most of us, particularly on a weekend day, but then that is how our timetable is. And having said that, uh, initially, for the initial weeks, I would say I would be operating only for the 3 lectures from 9:30 to 10:20. If required, I would bring in the 7 o'clock lecture, which we would at a particular point of time. We would be investing that particular lecture in what I do as a regular activity, wherein I come up with some documentaries and which are related to geography, and we play those so that you can relax even if it is 7 o'clock, and even if it is on a Saturday morning, you can relax and just enjoy these documentaries. I can assure you that these are very interesting ones, and a few of your assignments that we would be talking about in a later lecture. I don't want to confuse you all and say with a lot of information for the day. As I said, that it was only a breaking ice session, I would say, for the day, that I thought that we should be indulging in. Um, Let me just think of anything else, because I'm not going to go into any details of geography today, because in that case I would be missing out on a few um, things that I need to share with you all with regards to the college as such. I would request students who are from SP College originally to just raise your hand. Now, how do you raise your hand? You'll see that the icons that you see in front of you, you'll see a hand like this. So you'll just press that, and let me see uh, how many students are from SP College. Okay, 4 of now, and there is a long list of students who are attending, and I think it should be surprising if it is only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 from the SP College. Anyway, I think they would have not been joining today. And of course, I would like to know the details of the other students. Also, you can lower your hands, please. Thank you for the response. Um, as far as SP College, if I believe that that's the only number that students from SP College 12th standard have registered here, I believe that around 40 students are from beyond SP. So I need to share a few things. A photograph that you see on your screens right now is basically a photograph which is a symbolic photograph for the college, which completed 100 years in 2016. From 1916 to 2016, 14th June is our foundation day, is one information that I need to share with you all. So from 14th June 1916 to 14th June 2016, we have completed 100 years. And this is the photograph which was released on that occasion. Of course, those 100 plus 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's 105th year of this particular college. The grand building that you see in front of you again in the photograph is a building which is, I would say, 90 plus years old, because it was constructed in the year 1927. Initially was called as the, uh, any idea what SP College was earlier called as?
New Pune College.
Yes, that's great. Thank you very much. It was called as the New Pune College, which was later renamed as Sir Parshuram Bhau College. Uh, I would say, after the name of Sir Parshuram, who donated a handsome amount. And of course, there is a lot of history as far as the 24-acre campus of the college also is concerned. You'll see that right in the heart of city, it's very difficult to find this huge area, which is lush green, I would say. And the ground is so huge that you could play 3 cricket matches at the same time. So I would say I'm trying to bring up a virtual picture in front of you in a virtual interaction as to how how the college is functioning. Presently, of course, we are in a phase wherein we are attending our colleges. We, in the sense, the students, teachers are attending colleges for administrative work. As you might have seen that we have been approving your admission forms and etc. Subjects and so on and so forth. So that's a few things. Of course, I believe we are going to have an induction program very soon. And with regards to that induction program, uh, I would not like to go into a lot many details as to, or else the induction program would be uh, 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 a bit of, I would say, boring program for you all. So I want a lot of things that we already have in SP College to be something that would come out of many surprises to you all, instead of being a repetition on the day we plan our induction program. Um, as far as, yes, one thing is, as I said, that I would be closing the lecture early, but then it so happens that when a teacher closes up his her first lecture, common questions that come up is, sir, reference books, sir, textbooks, sir, syllabus. Let me tell you that to start with the syllabus, I would make it available on the group today or tomorrow. I'm delaying it purposely, basically because of the fact that students are still joining the group. And it so happens that something that has been pasted earlier on the wall of a particular group is unavailable to new students. So that's why I just delayed it, or otherwise I could have initially um, put it up for your reference at an earlier date also. That's about the syllabus. I will make it available very soon. As far as books, textbooks are concerned, I would say that though I am myself an author of a couple of books meant for you all, but sincerely, I don't believe in textbooks. Okay, if you are students who would really be, say, wanting to do a particular subject that seriously, and I believe that a lot many students come to SP College and take those very peculiar subjects like political science and geography and economics and sociology and history as well, because they are up for their competitive exams, isn't it? As a consequence, if you are actually looking at competitive exams or any serious business in any subject that you are going to take up as a special subject next year, or even at a general level, my advice to you all would be that we need to study from reference books. I would be posting those reference books, links to those reference books. Well, what I have done is I have PDF copies of those reference books, and I have uploaded them on my personal Google Drive. And I pass on the link to that particular drive there so that you can have an access to that. I would also request students, I do it whenever I have time, but I would also ask other students that, say, for example, we are doing a particular topic on a particular day, And I say that this could possibly be on, say, page number 417, 18, 19 in this particular book. I believe at least some of you all would be visiting that particular reference book. So what you could do is just scan those 3, 4, 5 pages that we have discussed on that particular day and make it available for the benefit of the other students on the group as well. Besides this, if you can see that, and I've already said earlier as well, that I do record my lectures, and once they are available on my drive, I um, download them and then re-upload them on my YouTube channel. You'll see that last year's online lectures for FYBA, FYBAC, and our PG classes taken by me, all of them are available in the YouTube channel. I would post one of those links of one of my lectures in the YouTube channel, sorry, in our WhatsApp group, so that you can just visit the YouTube channel as well. And just if you are curious about various lectures on that particular channel, you could just click on a few of them and have a look. As far as regular lectures are concerned, I would be posting it towards the latter part of that particular day or early morning the next day. So students who would be missing out on those lectures, on live lectures on that particular day, could actually visit and have a look at what we have done on that particular day. Having said that, yes, this is a very good facility, I would say, for students. But I would persuade you all to be there for the live lectures, basically because my personal experience about recorded lectures is that you don't tend to be that serious. That's my personal experience. It could vary with others, but then you are not at the right concentration when you are hearing to something that is recorded. Okay? On the other hand, if you are attending something which is live, your span of attention is very intense. I would say, if you are seriously attending those lectures. So my earnest request to all is that be there for the live lectures. One more reason that you should be there for the live lectures is that your attendance for live lectures obviously is going to be counted and taken into account. Having said that, and before I go ahead with that point, I would request you all to post your names, particularly in the chat box, so that we can have this as a record for attendance for this particular lecture. As far as attendance is concerned, and as far as weightage to the attendance is concerned, I say I would give 5%, not more than 10%. The policy will be decided by the college, and let us see. If they leave it to the class, then it would be somewhere. If they leave it to the class teacher, then it would be somewhere between 5 and 10% of the 100 marks that you are going to attempt your first semester exam. We are into a semester system, which is credit based. I'm purposely holding myself back because all this information is going to come back to you during the induction phase, and that's why I'm say. Oh yes, somebody is Shreya Patil. Your mic is on, I suppose. You have any query for me, Shreya Patil? Your mic is on, please. Yeah, thank you for muting yourself. What was I referring to? Yeah, the induction program and what we are going to speak about in the induction program of how you need to earn your credits, etc. For this year, and then what are extra credits and how do you earn them? What are principal subjects or what are special subjects and what are general subjects? As we have announced in the counseling round as well, that students in the non-grant section unfortunately would not be able to ask for psychology as a special subject in the next year. Having said that, all the other 3 divisions, psychology would be available to you all as a special subject, but since the number of seats available in psychology is very less, We have a merit system which also follows the reservation policies. So the first 36 students on in merit and as per reservation policies would get their admissions into psychology special. Then I would say there is a bit of capping for a few other popular subjects like history and economics and political science, which happens to be one of the most popular subjects we see. I would be discussing about the popularity and how people get carried away with popularity of a particular subject with a particular reference to those attempting and have started studying for their civil services, particularly the UPSC as well. I've been speaking for half an hour now. Okay, for those who have joined late, or I would rather say, we were early, and I started unknowingly at 9:20, while I was supposed to be starting at 9:30. But then I would hold myself back, and I would let you all ask me any queries that you have for today for the next 5 minutes or so, and I'll try to answer your queries accordingly. And say by 9:55, we should be calling off our first lecture for this particular season, I would say, this particular semester, I would say, this particular academic year, I would say. So I would stop speaking here. Those who have their queries would unmute themselves turn by turn. As I said, on the platform as well as in the WhatsApp group, we have put it in the notice also. We are going to follow all the ethics of being in public and on social media as well. Okay, that's one thing that I wanted to share with you all. I would now stop speaking, and if you have any queries for me, you could ask those by unmuting yourself one by one. As I said, yes, somebody has started it, but again, I would repeat that please type your names in the chat boxes so that we have a record of your attendance. Yeah, your queries now, please.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir,
Unali. Oh, sorry, Veda. Yeah, go
may I
ahead.
know your name?
I am Dr. Manojkumar Devning, Manojkumar Devne.
Okay.
I have
Sir,
been teaching. Yeah, okay, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
sir, no, you can tell us.
I have been teaching geography for the last 27 years. Uh, I am actually an ex-student of SP College itself. I passed out my graduation in 1991 and I did my post-graduation in 1993. 1995 onwards, I was in Mumbai in a government college. I don't know how many of you all know the Sidham College of Commerce and Economics, which is the government of Maharashtra College. From 1995, Jan 1995 to January 2010, yes, I believe, I was in that college. And then I got a chance to come back to my alma mater. In 2010, I applied for it. I got selected. And here I am with you all in SP College for the last 12 years, putting together my experiences, 27 years. Yeah, a few more, but then I will keep points of discussion for some other times also. And I would, in fact, want to know more about any queries that you have.
Sir, I don't know if you know about this, but do you know when we will get our divisions or roll number?
The process is on. The process is on, and let us say by next week we should be having. But on a very broad scale, let me tell you that there should be no issues about division as far as sorry, there could be the A division is supposed to be 100% English medium division. The B division, as far as I know, is 100% Marathi medium division, and the C division is a mixture of Marathi as well as English medium. Uh, as far as my understanding goes, the D division is also more or less an English division in majority. So you could have a fair idea that if you are English medium, you are either in A division, C division, or if you have paid a higher fees, obviously you are in the non-grant division. Marathi medium students would know that they are in B division or in C division. So that is a very broad, obviously, this is not going to be enough for what you wanted to know out of this, but then I've given you a fair idea of how the divisions are actually settled down. because there are some educational systems wherein people are, say, those at a higher merit are in A division, and then there are some students every year who come to me and say, "Sir, I am in the C division and I feel very, say, uneasy in C division. I want to be in A division." Nothing like that happens at SP College. It's all to do with the language that you have selected as a medium of instruction, and accordingly you get divided into these divisions, and you should be getting them by next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Thank you,
further
sir.
more question? Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, may I?
Yeah, Nupur. Yeah, Nupur. Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about merits during the second year specializations when we have to select our subjects for specializations.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
is
Yes.
there any specific kind of merit we need to qualify for that?
See. Yeah. Yeah. See, if it is psychology, I'm not very sure your psychology teacher would go into the details of that, but you would have to have your good marks in psychology. And I think they use the marks, your psychology marks, or it could probably give me some days' time and I'll get back to that. Or, of course, your psychology teacher would also be letting you know about how they actually come up with the merit. And the same thing goes, of course, it's because the number is so less in psychology. There's a very fierce competition there. Um, then there, I won't say there would be a fierce competition in other subjects of political science and economics and history. But I would say that since the number there is also restricted around 100 plus, uh, you again would be required to score well in that. Now, as far as getting that particular subject is concerned, I hope I've answered your query.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you. Any more queries for
Good
me,
morning,
please?
sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
please go ahead.
for
Uh,
non-grant division, we have to join the same group links.
Yes, 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 yes. The same group links.
Thank
English
you.
medium. Follow the English medium timetable. For now, let us see what the college decides about a separate um, division in the sense of teachers. But I don't think till today we have not had separate teachers for the non-grant division, so that should be continuing this year also. So you could follow your A division timetable for that. Yeah.
Sir,
Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
please.
sir,
Veda,
Are
just a
we going
moment.
to
You
have
finish with
a
this. Guru
yeah,
Raj. Yeah. Yeah. Please.
uh, yeah. So my question was, are we going to have geography practicals this year?
No, you don't have practicals in the first year. Your practicals start in the second year. Second and third year, you have a
Oh,
practical paper.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. First years don't have practicals, neither in geography, neither in psychology.
sir,
Yeah, Veda. Yeah.
so I want to ask that when the college will be starting offline,
Yeah.
will this the time which is around 7 o'clock, will be the
Yeah.
same for during our
Yes.
offline lectures also?
Yes. 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 We have been having 7 o'clock lectures, and as I said, that I have been using the 7 o'clock lecture to actually screen movies. We have these LCD projectors in our classroom, so I've been doing that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Not all the see, there are some subjects who would not require the fourth lecture, so they use it for assignments, discussions, online discussions, and so on and so forth. Or making you write some assignments in groups, etc. Um, I have a separate set of activity as far as assignments is concerned, and that's why I normally tend to use this at least 50% or to 60% of these 7 o'clock lectures.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any more questions? Let me just remind you once again that in some time from now, I am going to change the settings of our WhatsApp group. So if you have any queries beyond the lecture, you can just post your queries there as well. Further, please be reminded that we are on a public platform, so we need to follow all the ethics and norms of social media. Tomorrow is a holiday, so you will not have your geography lectures. I believe you would not be having other lectures as well, but I would not comment on other subjects. Geography, for sure, you're not going to have. You can ask your teachers about what their status as far. But tomorrow, by the way, is an official holiday for the college. But since this is an online thing and people want to interact with you all, they would still continue, or they would want to take a session with you all. Saturday, I am on leave, so we would not be having both the lectures on Saturday. The other lectures obviously will continue. With that, I would, of course, stop the recording of this particular lecture. As I said, the recording of this particular